right, orientation is done. It went very well. This is going to be a completely different experience than my practicum because everything with practicum, I wrote all my notes by hand for clients and everything was done by hand, and this is all digital. So I'm really glad I have my tech guy, Dylan, who can help me get up to speed on some of this stuff, and my supervisor, and just the girl who did my orientation today seemed really friendly and all of that. So super thankful for this opportunity. And there's already talk about me having my own clients. All right, here we go. Starting in a few days. Appreciate your prayers, guys. Thank you.
I figured I would record this. It's not very often that I cry, but I just had my nasal passages drilled for my COVID test. You know, it's funny, we got our vaccines before coming to Guatemala so that it would be easier for us to get into the country. But even with our vaccines, the United States requires us to get a negative test before we get on the plane. That's what I just did. I hope I passed the test because that was very uncomfortable. As I was running, I was watching this guy baling hay, but the very old school way. He's got a crate. He puts, after cutting all this grass, he's shoving it into a box, stands on it, packs it down, and then ties it up, pulls the box off, and starts over again. I imagine that's how we used to do it in the US before we had machines. It's pretty awesome though. It's a lot of
Guatemala, when it rains, it pours. Yes, we were trying to go uphill to get Olga to go visit a family. And I said, you want us to come pick you up? And she's like, yeah, I'm stuck in my house because it's raining so hard. You can see all the debris coming down. That truck's not even gonna try to go up. And I gotta stay behind this car so if he starts to slide, he doesn't hit me.
Today's the day. After everything I've gone through with trying to get my clearances and fingerprinting and getting my fingerprints sent from Guatemala and appealing the school to approve my internship site because they didn't want to approve it, and all of that, and contacting 25 different places to try and get in to do an internship. I'm finally starting internship today. And I think I might have mentioned this before, but there's talk about me getting my own clients soon, so it makes me want to throw up a little bit. But I'm excited to do this. Thanks everybody so much for your prayers, and here's to a great 4 months.
Okay, I'm gonna try and finish what I was saying because I got lost in my thoughts with the guys washing the windshield and Sully screaming at them, and then they just walked away before I could pay them. So, but there's so much confusion here over the vaccination. Who they can trust, and nobody trusts the government, and the government's telling them what to do, and so yeah, and there's just a lot of confusion, and also there's some companies, like we heard, Olga's husband Elias, his company made him get the vaccine just because some companies like that, I guess, are making people get the vaccine because they don't want to lose their employees for a couple of weeks. Because Elias works as a messenger, and he's one of 2 messengers, and the other messenger got sick with COVID and was out for like 2 weeks. And so that's one of the problems here with the work, is that you can't just hire somebody else to do that kind of stuff for a couple of weeks while someone else is out, and it just makes it complicated. So it's just huge hodgepodge of all the different reactions here in Guatemala. And with us getting the vaccine, so it was easier for us to travel to Guatemala, people were asking us if what happened when we got it, what were the symptoms, was it worse than when we had the virus and all that, which in our case it wasn't. So Oh, yeah. It's just really complicated, and all the hospitals here are overwhelmed. I actually read an article this morning from this past week. One of the main hospitals in Guatemala City said, don't bring anybody to our hospital for the next 48 hours because we simply don't have room and we can't care for anybody. So, yeah, it's quite an issue here. People are afraid, people are confused, people are frustrated, and but they're still people, and they still need help. So please continue to pray for the situation here in Guatemala, and that the spread of the virus is one way or another are kept under control.
All right. Day 2 of internship in the books. Yes. But guys, I need your prayers. I only had one client yesterday who was willing to have an intern in the session. And I only had one client today who was willing to have an intern in the session. I need to see 9 clients a week. And I don't have a very good average this week. So please pray. I completely understand. I can't imagine how hard it must be. So I guess I don't completely understand. I had an intern in my counseling that I had to do for the program, but I thought it was cool because of what I'm studying. So I understand the idea behind it and why people wouldn't want to, but I also still need my hours, because if I don't get the hours, I fail this class. So please pray that God would send me clients who are willing to have an intern in their sessions. Thanks, everyone.